It's like first date, you take off all the clothes, then you say, wow, your teeth fucking cold. Have you all rejected sex from your partner? So if she happened to ask for it, it's always a yes, no matter. It's quite traumatic because got video. I watched her give that guy a blowjob. Welcome to another episode of Get It Out! And what are we doing today?
Today is a Valentine's Day episode.
Oh, Valentine's
so
Day
this episode comes out on the 15th of February. So just nice after Valentine's Day.
So we're talking about love lah.
Of course, but obviously, who would want to hear like love story from three guys, correct?
Or from a divorcee, yes. Yeah?
You own self say.
Yeah, sure.
So of course we have to invite the beautiful, the pretty, I cannot lie already lah. Xiao Qian to the shoot. To give on the the girl's perspective of like the love, the other side lah.
I'm sure
the dark side.
All the crazy side.
Yeah, all the dark
The right side, the right side.
I'm also sure that a lot of people want to know what's Xiao Qian ideal type.
Which happens to be her boyfriend lah.
No, not necessarily. Her boyfriend may not be her husband, still got chance.
No, actually, even if become a husband, can divorce ma.
Actually, that's true.
Yeah.
Wow, tired. Valentine's Day just over already.
But since we're on this, why not we straight away ask her what's your ideal type? 你不要去想你男朋友了，你 just 想一个 ideal type.
No, I think I've said this many times on. I think I told you before also that he is not my ideal type.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he is not
I
even.
thought that was a private conversation.
No, but it's like. Okay. My ideal type, right, is if you are talking about physical appearance wise,
Okay.
I like someone that is very tall.
哦，
你看我，看在。
at least 多少？175.
184.
Why for?
Because 20 cm above me, so it's one head. Yeah. 没有 one， 如果是刚好一个头 right, you when 你躺姿是 just nice 的。Then when you lie on the when you watch movie, lie is also just nice one. You don't need to be like like
so
this.
你有 calculate 的啦。
Yeah, I calculate one.
calculate
Based on my experiment. Okay, that's one lah. So in terms of physical appearance, then I like 10 guys.
10 guys.
My surname is Ken. At least I have a bit lah.
Okay. You make up for the height.
Yeah, you are 10.
10 tall, very clean look. Clean look means like hair cannot be involved.
Okay, no.
Hair makes it.
Must pay hall lah.
毛对我来讲 we can explore 啦 but that's not the first thing that I would notice, you get what I mean? Yeah, in terms of physical appearance. You just need to look very decent and clean and organized and neat.
Right.
So I don't like bad boy vibes, F-boy vibes. I like someone that just look like can take responsibilities. Yeah, they kind of like responsible. Like one look, you know this kind of person is a very sunshine person.
I feel like the fact that she want to look for 184 cm in Singapore a
It's a
little
bit
bit
tough
high.
already.
What's your height?
Me.
Yeah.
175.
What's your height?
170. What's your height?
What's your height?
What's your
What's
height?
your height?
182 or not? What's that?
I mean, if we 我们一样 sideways
Vertically. Horizontally.
So before we start, everybody will think that Valentine's Day is all about love. It's all about
Cupid. Flowers.
Sweet,
Sweet.
romantic.
Fairy
Happy
tale.
ending.
Happy ending.
But no! Today we are going to go for love gone wrong,
So there's nothing good there's no good stuff
which explains why we are all wearing black. We all want to explore the other side, the dark side.
Yeah.
每次 love 哇先
不要听那个 fairy tale 了
太闲了 Everybody love a bit of plot twist.
Yes, right. So with our first question by Junior. I had a crush on a girl, let's name her A for now. So I told my friend, but my friend wanted to be a CB and so he told A. When I found out, cause all my friends knew, I went to tell A it was a joke and I didn't like her. But here comes the part where I thought everything was sunshine and rainbows. She told me she has been liking me for a while too. I immediately said I did also like her too, without thinking too much. At first we started texting and chatting and suddenly one day I was going to school. All my friends showed me messages and images of my friend. And there was one where A said to send me a pic of my brinjal. I was feeling a bit horny, so I said, why not? So I sent it. In the end, she took a picture of everything and all the messages I said. Ben, Ryan and Nigel, I don't need any advice, but I wanna know, have you also encountered any such love shenanigans or heard of before? Thanks for listening to my rant and peace out.
Wait, so he took a picture of his brinjal to send.
Basically, the whole conversation is leaked.
Then
like
she screenshot and said,
She leaked to everybody.
What's
to the friend group.
wrong with her, yeah.
I feel like it's fucked up if they are in the same friend group. I mean, even if they are not in the same friend group, it's also...
No, it could be right in the benefit of the doubt that A didn't send to a lot of people. Like maybe I like best friend send to
You
best friend.
shouldn't send to anyone.
Yeah, but you still shouldn't send.
You shouldn't send to anyone.
Best friend ma, I like.
Huh?
Hey, you know,
For
No.
what? If it's your best friend, even more
Yeah.
weird leh. Like for example, me and a girl, right, best friend. 要不要看我的 boyfriend 的 cuckoo bird？ 很
不是
weird
boyfriend，
what？
不是 boyfriend，
不 boyfriend
是 like 这个男孩子喜欢我，他 send 我他 cuckoo bird 这样。Because I assume because as guys, I think we don't really share a lot of things regarding our relationship.
Yeah.
We don't share guy to guy,
Yeah.
but I feel like girls do share a lot.
Okay.
About like their relationship and stuff. They will share their problems or whatnot, everything to their girl best friend. I've seen a lot lah. So maybe 他 like in the moment 他 like 他 excited no， 他 like 他不懂哇，有人 send 我他的 brinjal， 哇有点小他不懂啦。他 like
Or it could be she's just trying to fuck with him lah, you know, like just make his life miserable lor.
I like to think that the world not so fucked up lah, because if it's true, that is really quite.
I feel it's more like that.
Yeah, I
think it's more
feel
like
like she's just trying to be a bitch.
For me, I have never do this type of videos or pictures, so I'm very safe.
Cannot be.
No, 100%.
That day we saw the...
Fuck you. The one is yours. But the one is like yours.
没有，我们开的时候是一个 empty picture，因为他在小小那个 corner 这样。
那个是 Niger 的，我 send 你们，不是 send Niger 的，Niger send 我
Now
不
we all
懂。
Chinese boys, you all know, yeah.
I also never do this kind of thing before. Because I also don't believe in like girls sending over. I don't feel any excitement or whatnot.
If let's say you are not in a relationship, like is it for their case? Because for their case is they are not in a relationship. But if in a relationship, will you do like sexting?
I wouldn't.
No leh.
I don't dare. I don't dare because I know once it's inside my mothership will get a hold of it somehow. So I
Yeah,
will
it's
never
too
dare.
I
dangerous.
feel internet very dangerous.
Yeah, very
Too
dangerous.
dangerous. Especially this time and age where there's like hacking lah, what your iCloud and everything wow, I will never do it.
Yeah.
You 你敢咩?
Do I do sexting?
Yeah, over the phone or
I think for you don't have to show everything. You get what I mean?
like
A little bit
sexy
like-
but not
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
Still
so,
okay, still
so
okay,
that
yeah,
okay.
and I think for sexting this kind of thing, right, it's best not to have your face inside also. So you don't reveal everything, then you can continue sexting. Then it makes the whole sexting very interesting.
I
Yeah,
guess.
because if 你一次过给他看到完全部 right,
Oh, that's true.
then I feel like
No
it's,
surprise.
it's not very smart lah.
I feel like it's just very dangerous to put it out there.
Yeah, I just... Bottom line is too dangerous.
But I'm sure
Yeah.
he learned his lesson. He will never do it
Yeah.
ever again.
Yeah, don't think with this head. Think with this head.
I feel very sad for him lah, because if they have the same
Damn.
friend group.
You know how you can do or not? Next time, right, if the person asks you send, right, then you say like, I don't want, I want to make you wait.
Oh.
Yeah,
that was so exciting,
also can.
Then you also save yourself, you know?
Yeah.
The cuckoo won't be out there.
Next question by 咸鱼翻不了了. When I was around 33, I met a girl who was near my workplace. She is pretty at the point of time. A car model turned office worker. I told myself if I see her 3 times every morning in my workplace, I will approach her for her number. Fast forward, this happened and I managed to date and get to know her to be initially a very confident girl, positive and energetic. After getting together officially, things took a huge 180-degree turn. She complained every day to me negatively about her friends and colleagues. Just listening to her rant is enough to drain me no matter how much I encouraged her and told her to look at things positively. The last straw was when... I'm so sorry. The last straw was when we were trying to be intimate for the first time. I realized a dead, rotten, salted fish smell. I am super sensitive to smell. I can be either aroused or turned off by smell. After realizing that it came from her down under, 2 months together, I slowly drifted off from the relationship. By the 3rd month, it was a silent breakup. This kind of thing, how to tell her? I did buy her feminine wash for her, but it doesn't work. Ha ha ha. In the end, I realized diet and exercise is very important. She made me single for a good 3 years because I had a phobia after that.
Wow, how smelly is it? This
Apparently it's 死掉很久的咸鱼.
Yeah. Okay, but I
God.
got one thing to say for those guys, right, that watching this, girls also. Feminine wash, right, doesn't help. It's a marketing gimmick.
Also,
honestly,
really?
yes, it doesn't help because honestly, right, down there, right, it's best, right, not to put any other stuff except for water. If you wash with like chemicals, right, it will make it worse.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
更臭.
The girl might even feel irritation because it's very dry. Then when it's dry, your body naturally want to lubricate it. Then it will be even smellier. So like what he said after what? After a while, then he found out it's actually the diet and the exercise, right? That one is true.
In my head, a car model should have very good diet and very good exercise.
But he said that was how he met her.
Oh, so how? Okay, so maybe she let go.
Maybe.
Maybe because 他很久都很 clean 了，他突然间变 dirty， 他的下面也是 cannot take it。
But okay, as a girl, right, if a guy want to tell you about this, right, how to tell? What is the right way to tell? Is there any right way to tell?
I personally feel like in a relationship must be transparent because I'm someone that I date to marry. Then if I got things like I don't like about you, right, then I don't say, right, then I'm gonna marry you and then forever 30, 40 years down the road something I don't like.
Yeah,
this kind of thing, like, small
Ben.
things are more. It can solve one.
Yeah.
Let's say smelly because of maybe 他内脏有问题 like you know can see doctor lah. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. You are smelly, you are smelly.
But they are together 2 months. I feel it's still like very honeymoon period. It's a bit hard to talk about it.
Right.
It's like first date you
Very awkward lah.
take off all the clothes, then you say, wow, your 鸡巴 fucking 臭. You cannot say that one.
You don't have to go see my fucking toilet. You can be like, hey, you're a bit smelly.
You really gonna say that on the first date?
Don't have to say
No
very
lah.
smelly. I think you just need to choose your words.
choose your words correctly lah,
Yeah,
but-
choose your words
but I will have-
correctly.
Tell me, give me an
Okay,
example.
let's say first date.
First time lah,
first time intimate.
Okay, we reenact. You're the girl, you're the girl.
Take out
your clothes.
You take out the pants.
I'll take out the pants. Then like. No, must finish first. I must finish first.
2 minutes later.
Then what you
Let's
say?
finish. Okay, I don't smoke.
Okay, then yeah. Do you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, it's not bad lah. It's not bad. But you got medical checkup.
I straight away walk out. I slap you, I walk out.
Oh my god. I feel like if you just, let's say it's like really the first time, right? Probably like
let it go.
But it really depends because like the guy say 他不可以 sia. I think he 直接
He's
软
very
掉
sensitive.
already. He probably 软掉 already. So if let's say he 软掉 right, he cannot be like bend and finish it, right? Then talk about it, right?
Can you don't say like it actually happened?
Really should reenact it.
Reenact.
So I think like got 2 ways. If let's say it's halfway 做不到 right, then that guy can just say sorry. It's not about you. It's me. You know, so you kind of like not make it embarrassing
Shift
for the
the blame
girl.
lah.
Yeah,
White
shift the
lie lah, white lie.
Yeah, no, you just blame yourself first because it's you also cannot tahan the smell. But maybe to her it's like so many guys fuck me before. They can take it. Why you cannot take it? You know, or probably like all the 10 other guys that she slept with, nobody told her about it. Or it could just be during that period of time. So we don't know, we don't want to make assumptions. So to respect the girl and not make it embarrassing for her, because honestly, I think for a girl, right, it's a lot for the girl to be vulnerable and to have sex.
Yeah, lor, that's why it's a very
so-
hard thing to say to
So
her.
you just blame it yourself first. If let's say 是你
对
不可以 continue, but if let's say you are like Ben, you can continue, right? After that, I feel like you can just ask like if everything is okay lah with you recently. If she said, oh yeah, everything is okay, why, what's wrong, you know? Then you can just say like how you felt lah. Like I felt like the sex was okay. You just praise her first.
Right.
Like tell her like, wow, shit, you do this very good. I very sure, whatever. Then after that, you just say, but I noticed like there was this smell. I don't know if you smell it. Yeah, it not in a confrontational way, but it's more like do you agree with me? Hey, I noticed this, and do you agree with me?
可能你屁股没有洗干净那个。
Yeah, 不会直接这样子讲的嘛 unless 你跟他很熟。
Yeah, unless 你跟他很熟。
Yeah, and usually if 你跟他很熟了 right, then you would know
It's
that.
easier to talk about that lah.
No, then you will know that she probably didn't have that previously.
right.
Unless you really can so strong tahan 2 years, then after you tell her.
Yeah.
But usually this kind of thing come and go. It's not always there unless the girl is really in a very bad state. Because girls go through hormones ma.
Right.
Yeah.
I probably will do this. Like after the sex, right? I will, hey, you got smell that?
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
let her smell everywhere in the
Yeah,
house, right? Then we
correct.
slowly just go to her vagina. Oh, it's what the fuck? Wow! Holy shit! I sure cannot stand.
But I didn't like how he kind of like drifted. He said slowly drifted, right?
Yeah.
2 months. I think it's a very bad, like it's just because of that thing, right?
Yeah, that's quite bad. I mean, maybe there were other reasons lah.
Yeah lah, they're building up lah. Yeah,
but just because of this.
No, I think at the start it was like because
she keep ranting very
yeah,
negative.
keep ranting, he very draining. Then
Yeah.
wow, I think the smell was the last
Everything adds up lah.
Our third entry of the day is by Grape. Have been in this relationship for 7 years, and they say 7年之痒. It is true true. Why is it always the guy want to cheat? Some more cheat in the same company. So me, my husband, and the mistress we work is in the same company. She's married and got kid. And just because her husband and her marriage doesn't work, she approached my husband and bang, bang, boom, boom, climb up manager bed. She's a Malaysian. Not I want to say Malaysia is 犯贱, but yeah, they confirm one time she raped SG guy.
Okay.
Some more my husband is rich at that time. But I confronted the both of them and they don't feel remorse and want to continue the relationship until now. I already 看开了 and don't care. He will never divorce me and he will never give her 名分. So I don't understand why she want to stay in this relationship. By the way, she officially divorced last year only and she got one kid. So as a mother, I thought she would understand me as a mother too. But no, I think being mistress just run in the blood like her mom and cousin. It's not personal.
Is the story end there?
Yeah, end there.
I spoke to this person. This person actually got DM me. There is more there's more to it. I spoke to her, it's like quite a lot of twists and turns. But the worst thing for her is she want to leave, but she find it hard to leave because she's very dependent on the husband also. Like she got a kid, she got a house then no job. Then how?
Like
she got no job.
Yeah. Then
financially dependent on
Yeah. So financially dependent. So she also feel trapped. And this person, I don't know, she got put her age there, not old. She's about 29, I think.
Oh, that's crazy. But then, right, since your husband wants to cheat, then you also just go for
No, I also told her the same thing. I say he don't want to divorce and he want to continue both the relationship. Then you go ahead and go lah. Then she say she's not allowed to by the husband.
Huh?
Yeah. Her husband don't let her have another relationship.
Then she also don't let what?
Yeah lah,
He also
correct. Then
continue.
I say, yeah, that sounds fucked up.
This is why it's so important, right, for women to have their own wealth.
Yeah, you need to hold your own ground.
Yeah.
If you are very codependent on your husband or what, right, then your husband essentially will control you.
So I feel like for this girl, since you say she's quite young, she has definitely a long life for
That's what I
her.
say.
Still got very long.
Yeah.
So I feel like what she can do is she can probably go and find a job. If the husband don't care about the kid, she also cannot. Yeah, but very sad for the kid lah.
Yeah, like, it's sad for the kid.
Yeah, it's sad for the kid.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like whoever that want to be Xiao San or mistress, right, just remember that.
giving advice to the mistress.
No, I'm giving advice to anybody that want to be Xiao San.
How it
Or
starts is how
mistress.
it
There
ends.
is what? There is people who are willing to, like she say, you see, I don't understand why she want to be with this guy. So I feel like a lot of the times, right, a lot of the mistress, they are probably like 被哄骗. The husband will 哄 the mistress and say 我会跟他离婚的. I will leave her, just give me time. Then they will drag. So a lot of times actually some of the mistress, right, might not be as evil as you thought. It's because both girls, right, are being conned by one guy. Like this guy could say, I want to break up with her, but she keep coming back. Then he tell the mistress, I will leave her for you. So I feel like mistress need to know that, right, a husband will never leave their wife. Whether or not they have kids or not, because there's just too much things involved, like be it finance, family, or whatever shit.
This lady also tell me, right, the guy say he love both and he want to continue with both. But that's not love, right? If he know he's hurting you, he cannot say he love you, because he know by being with another woman he hurts you. But she say like, never mind lor, just like that lor, let it go lor. So her plan is like she want to stay in this relationship for the rest of her life.
If I'm her, I would just do myself a favor and find myself,
While
make
I'm still
myself
young.
valuable again.
Yeah.
So what about you? What do you think about cheating? Is it like a deal breaker?
I think I got mentioned before. I think that's something I can forgive. But of course must see the context lah. Yeah, right? Like if she come and admit to me and all that, then I think I can forgive. But if it's like a lot extended period of time, maybe 生一个 baby 20 years later tell me the baby not mine, that is fucked up lah, right? You must see the context lah. But
So if it's like she can't tell you, you are okay with it.
of course I'll be upset and angry lah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think I can forgive. Not the biggest deal breaker for me lah.
I feel like it's like what Ryan say, must see context. I forgive my ex before 4 times. 4 different girls.
4 different girls.
But 不是你的朋友还是什么啦，是吗？
Yo.
有
But I have to say it because I was very young back then. So my perspective of relationship last time and now is very different already. Because you have to go through all the shit and then you learn and then you... then 你会开始 start to 想. Last time I'm someone that is... I very easily fall in love. You know, like 很容易追. Then I will be very easily touched by guys' words. Yeah, but now I'm just like...
Yeah, block of wall.
Yeah.
I don't think I can, sir. Maybe I still can forgive, but I don't think I will be able to forget.
So in every other argument, you will bring it up.
It's not that I will bring up, but it's like
It will be there, lor.
It will be there in my head.
A thorn in your heart.
Yeah, it'll just be like a very sore thing in my
Right.
head. Lor. Then like it's like so hard. Then every time I look at my girlfriend, right, then it will just keep reminding me of that situation. Then very
You see the guy face on
yeah,
the
if I know the guy is worse, I'll keep seeing the guy's face whenever I look at her. Then it's like no point. I like suffering.
So you think it's a deal
I
breaker?
think it's a deal breaker lah.
If let's say never have sex, just maybe like she go club, she drunk.
Okay.
Yeah, then she kiss the guy.
Okay, I never believe that in those like drunk cheating, no such thing. I believe that they will always know what they are doing.
Same.
最
Actually,
上分型
as long as you are drunk, right, that's the most real you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you tell me you're drunk, that's why you do this, then I think that's another valid point that's why you are
Or
cheating.
even worse.
Yeah,
Makes
that's
it
worse.
ah.
Yeah, so
Alright,
I
makes
don't
sense,
ever
makes
believe in like drunk
Yeah,
shit.
so like that's why I think to me like maybe I still can forgive, but I would not continue the relationship already because like I'll just keep seeing that image in my
So
head.
you cannot lah. You really
I don't
cannot.
think I can lah.
I used to be able to forgive. Last time, it happens to me before also. And I have forgiven. But I think at this point in life, at this point in stage, I've been taught that love is, to me now, is priority also. So like if cheat, it just means that you don't care. It just means that I'm not someone that you want to be with.
Right.
It means that we are not suited to be together.
Right.
You don't have that enough care for me to restrict your desire. Right. So at this point in time, right, I cannot.
At this point, I cannot.
Also deal breaker for you.
Last time I can. I think I gotta say on this channel even before, I say like I think cheating is something that I will be able to forgive. Because I feel like people make mistakes. That was what I thought last time. But now I feel like it means something that you cheated. Then maybe I can forgive if we talk about it, you say sorry, you kneel down, you don't do whatever, then I'll forgive her, but I won't be able to forget like Nigel. And it's very hard to continue a relationship because I will just think that at that point in time you prioritize that guy over me.
Yeah. The next follow-up question is emotional cheating or physical cheating worse?
To me, emotional cheating is the one that I probably cannot forgive. Physical, I very 看得开 like.
Actually, 他跟我一样。
Yeah, sex is sex, love is love. I honestly can see it differently.
Okay.
So emotional cheating is a lot bigger in me because that means it's genuine already. It's not a physical thing.
Yeah.
It's not a physical attraction.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Most of the guys have sex using their dick. They don't use their heart. But girls feel it. Like girls, right, when they have sex, right, they actually really, in terms of emotionally, right, like they actually love you. That's why they have sex with you. But for guys, it's I just feeling horny, you know? So that's why for me, if let's say my boyfriend were to cheat on me physically versus emotionally, I'm with Ryan on this.
So let's say if your boyfriend find a prostitute, you will just think, okay, it's just physical. You still can.
That is physical cheating.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
to me, it's physical cheating.
Okay.
If you find a prostitute to have sex, eventually, let's say you suddenly buy her flowers, you show this
okay,
kind of
okay.
thing that you would do for someone that you love, then I would think that you actually care for
Okay,
her.
okay. Understand.
I think physical to me is worse.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Because emotional, it could be maybe you bored.
Just vulnerable at the moment.
Yeah, maybe I never care about you. Then like you just needed someone to talk to, and it just happened that guy. You know that guy come like, hey, oh cute no. You know then so I feel like physical is both got consent one. So if both got consent, then I think that one is a bigger is bigger of cheating to me.
Right.
So cheating is bigger.
It's a more serious cheating for you.
Yeah, it's a more serious shit to me. Because you're just talking to a person, maybe in your mind it's like I just needed someone to talk to.
Correct.
It's not necessarily like I like this person, that's why I talk to that person. You know? Because your own boyfriend doesn't give you attention or that kind of thing. It could be my fault. I feel lah. But doesn't mean you can go and cheat lah. But that's why it's less serious than physical to me.
Yeah. I think physical is worse.
His love language is physical touch.
Yeah, my love language is physical touch. That's
So
why
for
I think,
him, I love you, that's why I touch you.
Right.
yeah, so I think physical touch, as in physical cheating is more serious.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
that's why I think physical cheating cannot.
Okay. Wow, that was a very long discussion that we had.
But very fruitful. So sorry that this happened to you. I hope that you pick up your courage and start your life again because I think you're still young.
Get out of that toxic.
Yeah.
It's all a bit hard for you to get out, but all I can
No,
say
it's
is
not about hard or not hard. It's just whether or not she want to do it for herself. It's not even about your kid, you know or not. It's really about whether you want to do it for yourself.
You still
Because
got a
you're
very
so
long
young.
life ahead.
Yeah. Once she do it right, she get it out right. As in she get her way out, she will be. Who knows? There's a lot more opportunities out there for her.
all I can say is all the best. Because end of the day, if you really, really want the best for yourself, right, then I don't think there's anything that can stop you.
Yeah.
You want to break out into relationship, can one. You just need the strength to move on. You can one, I believe. It was tough at that point in time.
Of course.
But once you get out, it's all rainbows and
Worth it.
sunshine.
Worth it.
Okay, next question. Which happens to be...
You?
Fuck you. this one a bit tricky to tread on. Which is why we are leaving it to the members only.
Okay, members, I like it because we will go unfiltered.
Yeah, because this is the longest
No,
story.
I think Ben scared kena cancel.
Yeah. So maybe how many people in the member, I trust y'all lah. All this is said by the guy.
Excuses
Why?
lah.
Why?
I wouldn't say it's excuses lah.
And it's a very complex problem.
Because this topic is very
controversial.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't cancel Ben.
Yeah, so we will read this story for the members. Okay, for the next question is by Ryan, not me. Ryan had suspicion that my then girlfriend had fallen out of love. Understandably, because I was not making enough to support her lifestyle despite the long hours. But once we broke up, it took her 2 weeks to get together with another guy from her work. Finance bro with blue eyes. What happened to staying by my side even during tough times? All the best, but eat shit, gold digger.
What the fuck?
What is that? The whole thing here, right, is talking about something that I feel, right, most people don't want to hear, okay? This guy say that he not making enough money. I do agree. Money cannot buy love. But I also want to say money can show love. Because the girl may truly believe she's not a materialistic girl and all that, right? But it is also very true that if you are with a guy that got money, right, the whole relationship actually a lot more fun,
There's
stable.
more elements that will build the relationship.
Okay, imagine, I just put it this way. You are a girl and you are dating Nigel. Then let's say Nigel fucking poor. And every time you all meet, you all eat at coffee shop, share a cai fan together, and then he keep complaining about he not enough money and shit. Versus you date this guy, he just fly you to Paris for breakfast.
Then you come back to Singapore.
You get what I mean? So let's say even you are not a materialistic person, right? That prospects of going Paris for breakfast is like more fun and more
Correct.
attractive.
But I think on the other spectrum also, I do have topics of money with my girlfriend. Then she also say like, it doesn't matter to her if I'm poor. Because even if there's a rich man out there, but don't have my personality, don't have my kind of character, she wouldn't be as happy. That's what she did say to me.
Yeah.
And then I believe because I really don't have much money. And she seemed happy, so...
I think you don't have much money, but I think you're generous to her. So I think she will.
But she don't need money. She don't need money because I also like to 砸钱. Like you, I also believe money can show love. A lot of people say money feels like no effort or whatnot, but I feel like in the way yes, but in another way, I effort put in to make money. What you mean by like the money come from sky that I just give you? No, I also work hard for the money. Then I
you
rather
can spend on yourself, but you
rather spend it on myself. I give you. So to me, it's still a kind of effort, which a lot of people may not agree, but that's how I am. And she also don't need. She just say like, no, I don't need the money.
You know how I see it? I see it as like, if for example, right, guy A, right, only has $100 in his bank. Guy B, right, got $1,000. But guy A is willing to give me $100. Means to him, right, yes, the value of the money is still the same, but the guy is willing to put me as a priority.
他给你他的全部。
他给我全部。But guy B is richer, got $1,000. But guy B give me $100 also. Who will I choose? I will choose guy A because to me is the value that means to him. Then it will make me feel like I'm being prioritized. So I think for your girlfriend, maybe it's about that also. It's not that she doesn't need the money. 谁不要钱，谁都要钱。It's just that she rather have you than your money. True. Not that you got money lah. It's just that
because she don't choice. Can I have the money? Only can have you.
no lah. As in, I think that's how she felt lah. She's trying to tell you that way.
How about you, Nigel? Do you have this conversation with your girlfriend?
Have. I think it's very normal. But I feel like it's not more about how much money a guy have. It's more of the sense of security that the guy can give the girl. Yeah, so of course money plays a very, very big role. But if let's say a guy is poor and like you cannot always send her to Paris for lunch or Japan to lunch for whatever lah. But I think it's more of your ambition.
Actually, it's true. If you are not rich, right, but you're not doing anything about it, that is the worst.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
But if you have ambition and like you are confident that
and you're working towards
something, I think that's more valuable to a girl than really having a lot of money.
I think there's a very big lesson to be learned for guys because I've also heard a lot of stories about breaking up because the guy has no money. But it's not because the guy is poor. It's because they don't have the plan to go and make money. I've heard so many stories, and I can relate also because when I was younger, I never had plans. I don't have I just live my life,
live in the moment.
But at this age, I'm thinking of ways to make more money so that I can secure a future. I don't have to make big bucks. I have to make enough so that I can provide for my family, provide for my future wife, provide for our house, provide for my kids. Then that should be enough to at least live a comfortable life. Don't have to go all the way to like, I want to buy a mansion, I want to buy a condo, I want to buy a car, that kind of thing. But I think it's good to start young because I started a bit late, you know.
I started damn late also.
So like maybe young guys, right? Because I heard like it's usually the young people that they break up because the guy don't have ambition, which is I would say is perfectly normal because I also start out like that. But it would be great, right, if you can start early and then you start planning. It shows the girl like, hey, 你有 effort, 你有 plan, 你有想我们的 future. Then the girl will be like, oh, okay, I'll stay with you, even though now we share one 菜饭. Maybe next time I got my own 菜饭. This is enough, right? You don't have to go all the way like, hey, wow, go to 驾名车, 名牌的手表, no need.
That's why I feel like there is definitely some miscommunication whereby because from his message, it feels like he hold a lot of grudge.
Yeah, he
like,
called her a gold digger.
Yeah, and he said what happened to like, you know, staying by my side during tough times. So there could be, I'm not sure about the full story, but I feel like from the girl point of view, it could also be just nice. You know, like after breakup, then there's another person over there. It might not just because she really going for the money lah. Who say finance bro with blue eyes means they are rich? There are many finance bros that are struggling. Yeah, it's just that it could also be another part, maybe like what he said.
I do agree lah. I think it's unfair to call her gold digger based on this story lah, because I feel like breakups never happen because of one singular reason, right?
Yeah,
it's
always
multitude of a lot of things that all accumulate together and feels unsolvable, then break up.
Yeah, it could be just you don't have the ambition. You keep saying you're poor.
Then you go home play Dota.
Oh, sounds like familiar.
You play Dota, you can earn money, okay lah. Yeah.
If you keep saying you poor, then don't do anything, of course the girl will leave you. Don't make sense. You also don't make sense. What a gold digger. You also nothing to dig. If next time you make money, then she'll come lah. Stupid.
I guess your only solution, make more money. Be the finance bro.
Yeah, be the finance bro.
Okay, next question. This story is from Love is Blind. Hi Nigel, Ben and Ryan. This happened 9 years ago when I joined a new company and I met a group of people around the same age as me, same gen, and I love being with them. I slowly had feelings for one of the guys in the same group as I really felt connected with him, but at the same time I'm already engaged. I'm planning for the wedding! Oh jeez. I confessed to the guy during one of the birthday party while we are both drunk, and he has the same feelings for me too.
Wait, what?
We were together for some time and we broke up knowing that it's not possible for us. Still now, I still thinking of him, but he met someone and is already going to get married. Maybe at that time, if I were to leave the marriage and be with him, I will be such happier now. I don't know the English, but
I'll be much happier lah.
Wait, they were together for some time.
Yeah, that means they had a relationship.
So she actually broke off the
She
engagement.
broke off the engagement.
She never just cheat.
Cheat for a while.
Cheat for a bit.
Then she know that cannot make it. Then,
then broke
so
up.
now is she married to the person?
I suppose she is.
Yeah, because I feel like if you are already engaged, means you said yes to someone's proposal. You should be.
You made a commitment.
Yes, you are already committed already. But then she still can have a space in her heart to have feelings for somebody.
I understand
then
that part also.
I feel like
but
I
cannot act
understand.
on it. Act on it is another
Yeah,
thing.
but it's like then that will make me if I'm her, right? If let's say today, right, I'm engaged, I say yes to somebody. Then after that, suddenly I go somewhere that I see this guy. Then this guy, I got feelings for this guy. To me, I will question myself first. Why am I like that? Why do I have feelings for this person? If I have feelings for this person, means I shouldn't be engaged with whoever that I say yes to, because like the relationship, me and the person, my fiance, is not that strong for me to have feelings for somebody else. Yeah, so I feel like is a bit fucked up.
No, I think the most fucked up thing, right, is this happened 9 years ago. She's still
thinking about him.
I think at the end of the day, right, I feel what I feel. It's not you cannot forget that guy. I personally feel is you are just not happy with your current husband. Because I feel like the reason why you act on it, right, was because you felt that your partner was not good enough. Because personally, my opinion is that if I have a girlfriend, I would not meet another person and say like, she'll make a better girlfriend. If I ever think that way, it just means that I think my girlfriend not good enough.
Yeah.
Because if there's something wrong with my relationship, then I will try to solve it. Like, hey, this is not working out, let's do something about it. I won't go think like something not working out, I go find another person because someone else is better.
That's why
There is someone better one, confirm one in the world, right? There may be another girl that play Dota. There may be another girl that collects Pokemon cards.
So that's your ideal girl lah. 你看小心啊。
他也是懂啊。But doesn't mean I want them, you know, because you are the only person that I care about. If I think about this person, it's a better fit for me, I feel like it's not because that person is a better fit. It just means that I think
there's a problem in the relationship.
So I think it wasn't about the guy in the first place.
But I do think it sucks to be in this type of situation for all parties lah. Really for all parties. But I feel like the guy
Has already moved on.
move on already. That's why
Yeah,
he's
9
getting
years ago
married.
It's like the guy not thinking about you already.
Yeah.
Yeah. But definitely there's a problem in the marriage lah. Her marriage.
It's not
with-
the guy problem, it's
Yeah.
your problem.
你不要看 external 先，看 internal 先。
From the moment she said she's engaged, then she fell in love with this guy, right? The problem was there. If she could have fixed that, right, we won't need to wait until 9 years later.
Yeah.
But what would be the way to fix that problem? If let's say like I were to be engaged now, then I see another girl, then I like, wow, I fall in love with that girl.
Yeah,
then
but is there
that's all
a
part.
problem in the relationship that you have?
There
with
has
your
to be
friend?
lah. But then,
Yeah lah.
so I'm supposed to focus on my own relationship
Yeah.
first lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
So
it
that
really
is the
cannot
only
work out,
solution.
if it really cannot work out, call off the whole wedding. Let's say I'm the girl, I don't want to destroy the guy's
Might
life.
as well, right?
Yeah.
I will feel like I will reflect upon myself. I'll say like, why am I looking at other people?
Yeah.
Is it because
Correct.
I feel like she
Got something wrong with me, you know, that I'm engaged, that I still look at other
maybe
people.
他 just don't fit 我咯. Maybe there's more cons than pros. Then I was thinking, I shouldn't have been together with
Self-reflect a
him.
bit lah.
This type of thing, when it comes, like, it is very difficult to act on it, like to get a divorce, break up, or have this type of conversation. But I think it's necessary because we still got a long road ahead. And you don't want your entire life to feel trapped, to feel like you could have something better, and then start to have these regrets. Like, if back then I leave the marriage and be with him, I'll be so much happier now. You never know. You really never know. What if the guy is like a wife beater? Will you be happier? You don't know, ma.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't think lah. Think for what? Walao eh.
It could be worse also. You think about it, it could be worse also. This story is by Jojo. I met my first boyfriend when I was 18 years old, known him on Facebook where he constantly DM'd me and we chatted for a few months before I decided to meet him. He was 5 years older than me, and on our first date, he brought me to some park at West Coast where he confessed to me under a lamppost and recite a poem. As this was my first relationship, I was touched and decided to be with him. After we got together, I felt things started to get weird. He will MIA sometimes and don't reply my message and always suggest to me to go his house. He stayed quite far in Jurong where I stay northeast. So I was quite hesitant. One day, he said, "You kept here, I pay for you." I felt bad, keep rejecting him, so I decided to go. When I reached his place, he was alone at home and he asked me to go his room to watch movie. Initially, things was okay until 30 minutes into the movie, he asked me if I want to see his parrot. I was like, "Oh, you have a parrot pet?" But I didn't know he was referring to his cuckoo bird. He kept saying that he has the urge and asked me to help him stroke his parrot. I was terrified and resisted and wanted to go home. He kept asking me to stay till I got peace, and in the end, he went to the next room to help himself. After this incident, we didn't talk for weeks and he totally MIA, blocked me on Facebook and messaged. As he was my first boyfriend, I was affected by it and don't know what went wrong. Few months later, he suddenly messaged me on Facebook and said he loved me and asked if we can meet. I'm not that stupid and rejected. Then I went to his profile and realized that all along, he has a girlfriend. He still lied to me that he broke up with his girlfriend just to be with me, but all along he's still with her. I felt disgusted and blocked him afterwards. He was just looking for someone to fuck, and I heard from friends that after my episode, he was still looking for girls and pretended to be hurt because his girlfriend broke up with him and asked the girl to go to his house. I was glad that nothing happened that day when I was in his house. And girls, do not feel guilty if you reject your other half for sex. If you're uncomfortable, just say no. Big caps. What are your thoughts about
I'm
it?
glad nothing happened
Yeah.
to her.
Yeah.
I curious. Okay, you all don't want to answer, it's okay. But I just want to ask, when you all 在追你们的 other half lah, like your girlfriend, your boyfriend, right? Do you all talk about sex before getting together, or after together it just naturally happened? Do you all talk about like because some people is like, oh, no marriage, no sex, this type of thing. Do you all have this conversation?
I think it's after lah.
After lah, where got people like, want to get together, but anyway, 1 week, 1 time.
I think really got people like that.
I don't really got people like that.
Actually, somebody in NOC, right? This guy, he say that when they are at dating phase, right, he will make it clear, right, he will not be able to have sex until there's marriage. So
I think that one okay.
okay.
That one, because that one is like, it's all the way to marriage. That's a very long commitment.
Yeah.
Then that one you say, that one is very normal lah, very normal lah. Because to me, in a relationship, sex is quite normal. It's very normal. Majority would have sex during relationship. So you're just warning. It's not like hey, this one, you know. I think like there are people out there that wants to have sex after marriage.
Yeah.
And that's perfectly normal. And then you're just...
Wait, what's your thoughts on that though? Like, what are your
Like
thoughts
premarital sex.
on like only having sex after marriage?
Like for you, right? Would you like date a girl if she tell you that? By the way, I don't believe in premarital sex. Yeah. Like you already date some girls already. You already know how it feels like to have sex. Then this girl, you really like her so much. You already go out with her a few times. Then after that, she like feel like things gonna get serious. I'm like, Ben, I think I got something I need to tell you.
You think you can take?
I think I can. Because that's not like the basis of my relationship. There are times that we also have discussion about, hey, today don't have. If your whole relationship is about sex, then might as well marry a prostitute. for me, I might be able to accept lah.
You can accept, but I honestly think it's a bad thing, right? If you don't have sex before marriage, you know why or not?
Why?
Imagine you together with this person 5 years. Never had sex, never even see the person naked, then married that day, first time see. Wow, the 鸡白臭.
Diet and exercise.
No, let's be serious here. At that point of time, how? If you don't like what you see, you unwrap the present, you don't like what you see. Then how?
Okay, you know right, I got this girlfriend, she's very petite. So she together with this guy tore her vagina so badly that she got infection. So actually I'm with Ryan. If you don't have sex before marriage, right? I cannot imagine that if this friend, right, she really like this kind, right, cannot have sex before marriage, then she married that guy already. She gotta live with that UTI or whatever infection because that guy dick very big for her.
Do you all not agree with me? Like if you see something that you don't like, how at marriage?
But if let's say you are fine with premarital sex, just that like let's say your partner say like cannot I have my own beliefs and stuff. Then but you really like her already.
Okay, but to me I still need to somehow know if there's any problem.
Yeah, it's true.
Really,
I think for me is the sex is not the biggest issue. So let's say I see something I don't like. Let's say one big, one small, for example.
Okay.
Then like I don't like. Then so be it.
Okay, that is something small. But what if it's
Maybe it will make you turn off. Maybe let's say you really don't like it when got hairy chest. Then the girl just tells you got hairy
Imagine,
chest. You don't know.
No, I think it's important to talk about this kind of thing. I think very important.
So you in my camp, you
Yeah.
Like, you're trying very hard to convince me.
So you still okay?
I think for me, personally, the more important part is whether you can have kids. To me, that is what sex is about after marriage.
No lah, never mind lah, guys. Because Ben is someone that can even continue and finish the sex after smelling 咸鱼 one. So I think he doesn't really have a lot of like pet peeves, you know.
I never say that. I never say I don't want. It's like it's not big enough of a reason for me to call it off.
It's not a deal breaker lah.
Yeah, it's not a deal breaker. It's like if it's a problem, let's talk about it.
Right.
If you don't have sex before marriage, maybe we go for a checkup to see whether after marriage will there be any problems. Because for me, my biggest deal breaker is kids. I want to have kids.
So on the flip side, now your current girlfriend everything not stable. Then one day she go see doctor. The doctor says she cannot have kids. You break up.
That not her choice.
Yeah. So you okay?
We adopt. That kind of like
there's a solution for it lah.
yeah, have to find a solution lah. You know, if it's your choice, you feel like you don't want to have kids, then no lah, because we already different goal already.
Yeah.
But you cannot have kids, but you also want to have kids. Then we have the same goal. We just find a solution for it.
For me, I will encourage premarital sex. I know it sounds very bad, but I got reasoning, right?
On that note, I also encourage.
Yeah. I encourage it simply because you don't want to regret on your wedding night. Yeah. I ask you all also honestly, have you all rejected sex from your partner?
I'm crazy.
So if she happen to ask for it, it's always a yes, no matter how.
happen to ask for it, I bring to the thank you so much.
Thank you so much. 明天去庙捐钱。
Thank you. You ask for it.
Okay, Nigel leh?
Yeah. 笑。
Really? Yeah, like
Ryan cannot relate. Ryan old.
Yeah, I owe already, so I don't ask one.
I will say no.
You will say no.
If
then,
I don't feel like
then
it,
how will you?
No, but different. Guy and girl different.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
apparently, say one. When men release is healthy. Because you have to release.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, but girls don't have to. But this one not science, it's not a personal belief.
Not science.
I feel like whoever is the creator of Earth, right, they make men horny so that because if both sides not horny, right, cannot make babies. So one side have to be Then you make two sides horny, too much babies. Okay. Only one side horny. So this one can say no.
Balance.
Balance. So the world will continue to populate.
Not bad your logic. First time I think.
That's the logic completely opposite. I happen to find maybe people I know lah. Okay, I find girls more horny.
But that one I think is not scientific.
I don't know lah.
It's personal. Their insight.
Then
Okay.
the article back you.
Wait, I want to ask the editor to go find out whether is girls more horny or guys more horny. Please let us know.
Okay, this story is from Polo. I once dated this guy who's the son of one of the CEOs of a REITs company in Singapore. He was very sweet initially and really knows how to work his way with girls, and I was kind of smitten by his boyish charm. However, after going out with him for 1 to 2 months, things started to change, and whenever we encounter some conflicts, he would choose to retreat and ignore. Many red flags started appearing, like him disappearing for hours, him drinking and getting drunk at least twice a week, etc. I was in a club with him one day and he actually told me, if you are not here with with me, all the girls would be on my lap already.
Yo.
One night, I was at his place sleeping and I felt really uneasy. I heard his phone vibrate on the bedside table beside me and he was sound asleep on the other side. So I decided to check his phone. He knows I have his passcode. I went to WhatsApp at first and read some very demeaning conversation with girls with his best friend. And as I continued scrolling, I saw a contact named Vice. I thought it looked weird, so I opened the conversation and it went something like, "Can I make a booking for tomorrow? I'm here. Can I go up now?" Alarm bell started ringing and I suspected it's either FWB or prostitution. Then I remembered he asked me previously if visiting prostitution is considered cheating, which I answered yes. So, thinking that prostitutes will most likely be conversing in Chinese, I went to his WeChat and that's when shit hit the fan. I even had to Google what are terms used in the conversation because it's out of this world for me. He asked for 女王调教.
女王
调教. So he asked for 女王调教 and he said he has 主恋 and he wants to do that. I'm like, what the fuck, speechless and just disgusted thoroughly. Did he lick a prostitute feet and then come back to kiss me? I spent 3 hours reading all the conversation and realized that he has been doing this for a long time. Honestly, I didn't know what to do, so I decided to wait till he wakes up and confront him. Confrontation was useless. He kept denying everything, so ultimately I decided to leave. But before that, I told his daddy his son is a jerk and visiting prostitution and licking their feet. Period.
Okay, first question is what is 女王调教?
调教.
调教.
女王调教. I honestly don't know what that means, but I think literally, right, 女王 stands for queen, right? Then 调教 is guidance.
I think it's like dominatrix or those like dominate.
What is dominatrix?
Like
BDSM thing.
Yeah.
Like the girl is a dominant. Yeah.
Okay, second question. What 主角?
主恋.
主角 is a braised pork. No, we get fat always eat one.
Okay, your favorite dish.
Yeah. 主恋 it should be fit fetish
sorry.
because 主 is the 足球的主.
Oh, fit pigs. Food fetish.
Okay, but they together only 1 to 2 months. Means like
Wait, 1 to 2 months only?
Yeah.
means like the guy right cannot get his needs met yet or still haven't opened to her.
I think it could be a habit already, but maybe
No, it could just be his kink, you know?
Yeah.
Like for sex, that's his kink.
Yeah.
Like some people like golden shower. Then some people like 主恋 what? Yeah.
So if your girlfriend got this type of weird kinks and you cannot fulfill, how? If she go find a prostitute
I will try my best.
She must say first what?
Yeah, must tell me.
so you believe that these kinks and shit must be an open conversation as well lah.
You don't
Even if it's
open
1-2
lah.
months into the relationship, it's a bit hard to.
No, it depends on how common or how uncommon your kinks are. Like, you know, like some girls like to, maybe some girls like bonding. Maybe we got different kinks, but I feel like definitely need to discuss lah.
I feel like this is the problem of not discussing your kinks.
Yeah.
He find it hard to tell her and he got needs and then I don't know lah, she sound pretty uptight lah. Feels like a non-negotiable conversation to her.
Very righteous girl.
Because if people got kinks, right, I won't think that they are pervert, but she just outright think it's pervert.
there.
I think it's very normal to talk about this kind of things because it's basically saying what you like or what.
Yeah. Honestly, do y'all think that this is cheating?
Yes.
It is lah.
Because she already specified that.
Yeah, she said that it's cheating. Then he
yeah.
still continued to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
But that brings me back, right? They are only going out for dating lah, 1 to 2 months only. So I would think of, let's say, right, because what the guy like is, I wouldn't say it's very common. Like 女王调教 and 主恋. Not, how to say, it's not something that you can be very open about it when you are only dating this person for 1 to 2 months. Maybe that's why it's very hard for him to like, you know, tell her. But at the same time, man has his needs lah.
But at the same time, you're already dating. Then you
Yeah.
control a bit first lah. Then when like comfortable with the girl, then you tell her lah.
But then again, because he's some rich fuck, right? He's some rich fuck. Then to him, right, I'm only dating you. We are not like official what. So to him, he's only asking her like, so what do you think about prostitution? Is it cheating? But actually, he haven't 给他一个名分. Cause from what I
Not
read,
official lah.
yeah, it's not really official yet. It's like dating only. Yeah. So maybe that's what the guy think lah. That's why the guy still continue doing. Then maybe after he find out like, oh, so this girl think that prostitution is cheating. At the same time, I am not ready to open up to her and tell her these are my kinks and stuff. So he will just continue doing whatever he want lah. Since I haven't give her a 名分, I haven't officially want to be serious about it. Because if he's gonna be serious already, then I feel like he wouldn't say such toxic things like what? If you're not here, all the girls will be on my lap already. This kind of thing. Yeah, this is so
like
toxic.
uncalled for lah, very uncalled for.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunate that you have to experience this, but I guess you learn how to find a better guy then.
At least it's only 1 to 2 months.
Yeah, only 1 to 2 months. Some people waste 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know which idiot.
So it depends lah. Huh? Okay, maybe we move on to the next story.
Okay, next we have a story from Giraffe.
Giraffe.
Yeah. Once had an ex while I newly enlisted into BMT. 你们的最爱 Army Boy, yes.
Okay.
Did the person actually say that?
他自己加的，他自己加的，他 MSG。
She said that my priorities were all wrong by not spending more time with her and forced me to escape Tekong to check on her or else she would GGWP. Tried my best to find ways to check on her and found out that she was just taking a nap at home while giving me anxiety. The day before 24-kilometer road march, found out she cheated on me and that was the happiest day of my BMT. Sang every song and completed my entire BMT with a huge smile. Free man, free life.
你还看得开啊 ！But I'm happy for you. But I'm happy for you because it could have been a lot worse if you get married or very serious into the relationship. But this girl like problematic, this girl.
I was the opposite. I wanted to spend more time with my girlfriend.
So you're the kind that usually want to like 快点跑掉
Yeah, 快点
escape
跑掉
Tekong, then go and find your girl. But have you ever like scared? Because I know like a lot of the
Scared what? I book out normally then go spend my
no
girlfriend.
scared as correct. Because a lot of the word they use are potong jalan.
Potong jalan.
Yeah, most of the army boys are like they kena this kind of thing.
Yeah, break up during army.
I feel like everyone,
so is it
your one
potong
pull
jalan?
through, right?
No, I wasn't in a relationship in army. I was single.
So after lah.
It's after army.
Because
then
you know confirm kena potong jalan.
I don't know lah, but I hear so many stories. I also a bit scared, a bit trauma.
Oh, really? You were scared?
A bit scared. Because for during my army, right, my one is like outfields on outfields. Weekends is always burnt, and then weekend right, I always sleep because too tired already. So like I think I had no time for a relationship.
How about you, Ben? You were saying ma?
他去啊
Mine just
你去了
no cheat no cheat. Just a normal breakup. Just not suited for each other lor. That kind lah.
But it was during
it's
your
not,
BMT.
It's not potong jalan lah. Not during BMT, but during army lor.
My serious relationship also ended when I was in NS.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, she cheated on me. It's quite traumatic because got video. So I watched. I watched her give that guy a blowjob.
Who sent you the video?
One of my, my guards, right? They, at night they got do like moonlighting. They were doing security guard at a company, a big company, okay, where my then girlfriend was an intern in. Then he saw in the security footage. Then he record with his phone.
What the
But he
fuck?
never tell me immediately. He just tell me, hey, you sure this girl is the one you want to get married? Then I still.
He care about your feelings.
Yeah, I still say, yeah, I confirm want to marry her. You see, because I left like 3-4 months to ORD ma. They say she stayed with me throughout my whole NS. They say, oh, so you never think that she will do anything wrong? No lah, she won't lah. Then he like really struggled for a couple of weeks. Then finally he just cannot tahan lah.
That friend.
Bro, you just watch this lah.
Then he said, you keep calm Then he take my phone because he don't want me to like call or what. Then he want me to keep calm.
But
Then-
he's a good friend.
Then he show me, wow, I really kiss you. I don't know how to react to it.
Wow, I will go crazy sia.
Yeah, I had to see her sucking another guy dick in
The
a
worst
lift.
part is you cannot book out. Sia.
But it was very, the whole day is like 你不自在 and then he don't let me have my phone. Then it's fucking frustrating. He want me to come down and
But
think.
honestly, if you have your phone, what will you do?
I don't know. I call her, fuck her, scold her. I don't know.
Confirm one lah. I have
Yeah,
to
but I just really, he forced me to come down lah, which I then were more calm by the time I see
Lucky
her
you got
lah.
a friend.
Yeah, it sucks I see a lot of NS story also then, but not to the point that they have to see their girlfriend suck at that kind
Because I was
of.
thinking, why would there be a video, sia?
But 他很看得开 he was happy lah to know.
I think 他已经要 break up 了，then 刚刚好一个 event happen。
No, because you see, the girl will keep trying to make him anxious. So I think it's already very toxic when, like how some girls, they just like it when they want the guy to care for them, but their caring is actually, I want you to be jealous. I need you to be jealous. If I talk to this guy, will you get jealous? Some girls are like that. They want attention in a different way. That way, right, it shows to them that you care for them. So like what she's saying is like, ask her to check on her and stuff. Then in the end, she's just taking a nap at home. So I think maybe for him, right, it was very straining and very draining for him. Like he's already physically very tired at BMT. Then after that, 这个女的有完没完一直 try to play mind games. I would say best advice is just don't get in a relationship lah.
During NS lah.
Yeah, during NS
Yeah, I also feel so lah. But then again, of course, those that lasted through the NS, right? I also see them married, have kids and all that lah. So, but those is really out of 10 I see one 啦，is not common 啦。Those 当兵的最好 be single 啦。
No， 不是当兵的比 single， 那个 advice should go to 那个 girl， 不是那个 guy， 跟那个 guy
Don't date
NS no date lah， but you faithful a bit lah。
No lah, you can date an NS man, but you just don't have so high expectations in terms of time.
The guy really very tired one, I tell you.
I can imagine, cause like y'all march everything, then after that,
March is the least of your problems.
It's everything else 啦。
March is basically walking.
yeah, but it's very physically tiring already. Then like what you say lor, after they just KO 睡觉
Then
then
you think about it whoever working right, you work your Friday, your Saturday, Sunday, rest enough or not?
Not
Not
enough.
enough, right?
Not even enough.
Army you Friday night book out, your night is not even a rest. You sleep, you go to Saturday, your Sunday is prepared to go in. Your Sunday also burn You only got Saturday to rest. And then Monday to Friday is not 9 to 5 You 9 to 5 you're tired lah. You're tired lah. We 6 a.m.
He very hurt. I think you really very hurt. You very hurt.
A bit hit down.
Relax lah. Your address you still got iPhone lah. My address, my entertainment is newspaper. From front to back to front, big classified everything.
Can play the crossword puzzle.
Yeah, that's my entertainment.
Today the episode released after Valentine's Day. Then yet we cover so heavy.
Correct. Maybe
topics.
after this episode, maybe the birth rate will drop. I heard a lot of viewers is couple, they work together. So you're relax.
Yeah, I feel like
relax.
a lot of the couples now. 你看。
你看他讲话，对不对？我都跟你讲了。But you're relax. These are
relax.
all on the extreme
Yeah.
ends. It's not something that happen every day. So if you like more of this interesting content, you can comment down below. What is the next topic you would like us to discuss?
So happy Valentine's Day for everybody that still haven't break up after watching this episode.
And after this, if you're feeling a little bit horny, please use protection.
Oh yeah. And
thought
to all the singles out there, don't worry, there's someone out there for you.
Yeah.
Just have to be patient.
Okay, and as always, remember to follow all our socials. Follow Xiao Qian at her socials and click here for more, click on what, and cut to the bloopers.
S
Is submission, sadism, and masochism.
masochism.
Yeah.
What kind of cheese is it?
Basically,
Miso.
basically,
Miso cheese.
Okay.